Hello and welcome in. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch, musician, and music teacher living in Seattle. We are finally here. There's been so many requests for this. I'm sorry it's taken so long, but we're finally doing all 13 openings to Black Clover. All right, so here's your disclaimer. If you're new to my channel, I would like to let you know that I stop a lot, I rewind a lot, and I talk a lot. That's just my style. It's my approach when I'm hearing something new, and I want to talk it out and just kind of analyze what's going on. I totally understand that's not for everybody, so I'm warning you and just letting you know, so don't get mad at me in the comments. And lastly, I want to remind you, I've never seen the show. I've never heard any of this music. This will be a first-time listen. That's the goal of the channel, is real just basic analysis and breakdown so we can appreciate what's going on in the music. And this is going to be a long one. You can watch it in chunks or skip around. I've got the timestamps in the video description below. All right, I'm excited. Let's get started. Opening 1, Haruka Mirai. Probably said that wrong, but let's hit it. Oh, that was a fun resolution on the chord there. Cool beginning. And the way the bass is playing up at the end. Very cool. Drum rhythms. Let's just grab that again. Super loud in your face guitar voices there. Okay, cool. The bass player is the best parts for it. Man, those lines were jamming. Let's go back 5, 10, 15 seconds. Just listen to all the bass stuff. It's super busy in a good way though. But I mean, it's not too busy though. It's not like overstepping the bass roll. But man, it's really good. Oh wow, so super switch right there. All right, that's cool. So as soon as we hit that 4 on the floor, that the bass drum going there, it's just really like in your face. And then this little slap bass thing is happening. I'm gonna go back 10 seconds as we get into this like second side of the way more aggressive vocals right here. Okay, that was pretty cool. So basically what you heard in the beginning is the bass player playing normal, like just like, you know, like this. And then we get into more of a thumb slap pattern. I don't know what's going on in the opening and what's happening in the show. I mean, the only anime I have any investment in right now is I've finished the first season of Attack on Titan and I'm in I think like 5 episodes in season 2. So I have an understanding of how crazy stuff can get, at least just from a tiny, just a little bit of exposure. So the music generally is going to be reflecting that. Go back 10 seconds here and see what happens with this this quarter note triplet thing that was coming out of there. That's fun. That was a nice fill. It was like the beginning percussion, but a little beefier. Let's go back 10 seconds to grab that. I was going to say it again. The bass player is so good. I mean, we're not playing like mind-boggling, like, you know, just out like jazz solos that are like just choppy, you know, but it's still aggressive enough that it just fits the genre so well. Did you hear those little bends? Go back, listen to the bass player playing those bends. I know we keep talking about the basses, but that's where just so much is going on. Obviously, the vocals sound great, and it's an in-your-face, like, you know, like it's a rock tune that has like some pop progressions to it, but also elements of just, you know, you can tell the band is full of good musicians. So that's just, it's very enjoyable to listen to. But just check out the little bass bends here. Wait, is this still the same song? Or we? Yeah, I thought it was. There's some really nice vocal things that just happened there with like, we have a multi-layers, right? We have a rhythm section, you know, guitar, bass, and drums, and then we just pull some of that away and we have such a nice vocal sound, and then we're just right back into it. It's really good design and writing. There we go. Beautiful. All right, so it sounds dumb to say it, but yeah, it's my favorite so far. Obviously, we've only listened to one, but that bass player is going to stick with me for a long time. Great song. I think we said everything that we needed to say about it. That was a really fun opening. I can see. I don't like skipping openings. Like when I watch shows, I need like I can't skip that stuff. But if I was watching this show, there's this. Even if I was in a hurry, I just wouldn't because I need to hear the bass player. All right, we are putting in. I have a list here. Putting an X here so we don't get lost. Okay, opening 2, Paint It Black. Wait, as in Paint It Black? Paint It Black? All right, let's go. Here we go. No. So just immediate change. We got our moving drums here with pretty splashy hi-hat on the backbeat stuff. Bass player is playing a lot of arpeggios too, like basically outlining chords pretty fast. Let's go back 10 seconds here so you can grab that. Sorry, not the guitarist. My fault. The bass player is do 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 do. I misspoke. I apologize. That's embarrassing. All right, back 5, continuing on. Okay, so 2 common characteristics of the last song and this song. This one's much faster. Obviously, the tempo is a lot brighter, but we get to that 4 on the floor thing again and bring the voice. I mean, that's like a common approach, right, in music. You want to thin things out. Remove layers basically, and so the vocals can have a shot here. But this bass player too is also kicking ass because that's a busy bass line. Just take a listen. Back 5, here we go. That was fun. Rhythm groupings. That's fun. Back 10. I'll grab that again. Nice transition there. My God, this one is busy. So usually when we use the word busy in music, that means like the players are playing a lot. The bassist is nonstop. Like, I'm a bass player myself. This is almost too much for me. How many notes are going on? I mean, I like it, but I'm having a hard time isolating the layers. The guitar layer is super loud. It's chonky. There's a lot of like sound fit in there. The drummer is just laying back and is like an amazing metronome, and the vocals are way up top. I do think the fidelity of the recording is a little bit different, obviously, because who knows how many times this has been uploaded and regurgitated digitally. But I'm getting a little lost in the vocals because there's so much happening with the bassist and the guitar player. It's cool though. I'm just giving my observations. All right, back 5. Here we go. These like key change transitions are pretty fun because they're so like just right there in your face, and we hit it and we keep going. All right, so sorry, I know I told you I stop a lot, but we got to. Now, here's a cool thing that they've done here. Is that previously we talked about the 4 on the floor with the bass drum still going. Now we've removed the bass drum to just being 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. I think it's every 2 bars, or it's at least it's basically the point is they've removed it from being a quarter note pulse to almost all the way removed, and we add a different kind of effect going on. So it's still cool. It's still like thinning and still letting the vocals be on top, just a different style. So coming back. That was a clever key. We got to get back. These transitions are really good. Going back 10 seconds. Just listen to coming out of Bugga the gut. And then we have a build. We preview kind of like we have like a 5 of 5 kind of thing happening where we transfer to the next chord section. But there's no point in getting into like music theory stuff of it. Just know that it's just designed really well to have a smooth transition from one tonal set to the next. So it's just good stuff. This snare sound is so interesting. For a moment, maybe I was like, wait, is this a real drummer? Are we hearing? Because it could be the manipulation of the audio. It's such a flat sounding. There's just really no that high crisp resonation whatsoever. But it doesn't mean anything. It could be, it could be triggered to be that way. Who knows? I have no clue. But I did like what the rhythms were happening there. It was like doom da 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 da. Like there was like just a little bit of grace notes happening. All right, back 5. Here we go. Nice vocals. Nice rhythm breakdown here. That was a cool little bridge chorus there. Like This song is very loud, like dynamic wise. It's like, except for the 2 spots where we kind of layered the drums out, I would say it's loud and louder. Like there is forward motion. We are going. So there's really no pulling back here. Whoa, that was a quick, I imagine that's the next transition. Okay, so that was cool. I still prefer the first one. I mean, it's kind of silly to compare them, but they had similar roles. But man, that one was fast and that one was loud. So opening 2 kind of like blows your face off. Okay, we got that one written down. Now we have Black Rover opening 3. I'm just gonna go back 5 seconds because I feel like there's like a little piano lick. We just go in instantly here. All right, here we go. Okay, that was a pretty sick intro there with the piano. I feel like the volume level has kicked up, so hopefully we're not blowing your ears out. All right, I'm just going to turn this video volume down a little bit because I can see we're kind of peaking over here, so I apologize. Very cool intro, and then the style of the vocals here, obviously the vocalist just sounds so different than the last one, so I'm excited to see where this goes. So just like think about like what the instruments are doing here. It's like the contrast is amazing because we have these big block piano rhythms, and the voice just sounds so different. And now we kind of jump into this this bridge here where we get a cool effect on there, and it's pretty aggressive in the rest of the musicians. So let's go back 5 and keep it going here. There's our 4 on the floor. So by now, if that's not something you noticed before in your musical listening experiences, you always will now. So we've had 3 songs in a row where the style is to pull away and just put the kick drum in more so you can thin it out. Even though a kick drum's super low, it's still a version of thinning it out. So now you know. That's a cool effect on like the harmonies there just sound pretty fun. I can tell this one really feels like it's been really uploaded quite a few times just because of how much I can see that it's peaking over here. So hopefully you're all good with volumes. We'll try our best here and have to readjust after this one. Back 5. Just such a different feel. We have pretty wet bass sound going on, and the cool just subtle piano happening, and then just kind of like intimate sounding lyrics. So just I like this one. This one is more like it's more chill but yet aggressive. Bass player, man. you hear that? Bass player's going off, dude. What is it with all these songs that have these freaking killer bass parts? I love it. We'll go back 5 more. Just grab this. So the tempo is hauling ass. We're right here, and the bass player is playing all these like quarter note triplets against it. And then there's like a cool choral thing happening. Like it's probably synth. So I don't know. Like it might be real. It doesn't matter. It sounds really good. Let's go back and grab that again. Last time we'll keep going. I promise. Here it comes. I want to play this. It's amazing. The lyrics are super stacked. The harmonies are like very tight, and I know most of you probably are new here, but I've talked about it before. Like when I listen to music, most of the time I like see shapes and like colors and like just like patterns. Anytime I hear like tight harmonies like that, I don't know why it looks like this, but to me it looks like fabrics like stacked on top of each other. That's the imaging I see when I hear that kind of like vocal layer. So it's weird, and it's like brown. Like I don't know. Like let me know if you see weird things like that. Like you're a person that sees shapes and colors when you listen to stuff. Let me know in the comments what you see. It's kind of fun, you know. Like it's helpful sometimes, and definitely not helpful other times. Fun use of rhythm. Ooh. Obviously setting up. Now we got the halftime group come with the drums too. But call and response. Pretty stock use there. That's good. Fun times. See, this is how you know it's a good band. Did you hear how the chord was so different than what they were playing when they resolved coming out of that? And then we have a quick turnaround and we're back into it. That's super important stuff. Usually, because you get big brains. You get big brains result in this stuff. Creative people get this. You get like average musicians, you just don't get that stuff. So this is really great. There's so many little subtle differences. Did you hear that? That was like a Beatles lick right there. Let's go back 10 seconds and grab that little vocal line again. All right, so I assume this is the end. Yeah, for sure. Okay, that one's my favorite so far. Just the other two were fun, like energetic and in your face, and like fast, loud. But this one had so many. I mean, this was loud too, but it was slower, a little groovier. But what really stuck out to me was all the transitions or little turnarounds. Like there'd be like a 1-bar thing that was different, or a 2-bar thing that was real nice, and just that like that little thing. I was like, oh, it was like a little Beatles vocal thing. There were so many of those present in that one. That was just a great composition. Okay, that was Black Rover. Now we are Guess Who Is Back. Opening 4. Let's go. Sorry, I went back a little bit. There's so much variety here. That was like, I was like, wait, I'm like, am I hearing like a turntable, like a scratch thing? And then like we had our like the going on, or some piano. I was like, okay, it's kind of poppy, but then it gets kind of like funky, and then it got a little, you know, like digitally sounding. So there's a lot happening. And going back 5, we're just gonna let it go. Guess who's back? Okay, that was cool, by the way. So we have like, we come out with this cool, really crisp sounding snare drum roll, and then like the little digital thing happened. I want to say at the beginning, for a second, I was like, wait a second, this sounds like, oh, what's the name of the band? Soul Garden. I was like, a little 90s Seattle grunge almost, but then obviously with a little digital stuff going on there. But let's keep going. This is pretty fun. That was cool. A little like halftime Lenny Kravitz groove going on there. It's super fun. I'm gonna grab that again. Go back 10 seconds. Whoops, that's the volume. Where we at? 11:56. Let's just go. Here we go. Nice groove. So they're pretty clever in using, and they're super like chopped up too. They're made to sound so staccato in post, but that's pretty fun. Definitely a different vibe than everything else we've done so far. Yeah, so that works really well. Boom, very, very groovy guitar lick, and then our like drum breakdown, and then the vocals, like she's almost like rapping it on top of it. It's pretty cool. Cool. Baby, right now. Show me what you got. Show me what you got now. You know how we do it. Hey guys, scream it now. Bring it on, boy. Don't let me down, right? Yeah, you can't really go wrong with when you have a breakdown like that with the guitar lick playing that. It's just very like groovy. Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's a lot of songs that sound like this. This one is, you know, I'm kind of like, okay, it's cool, it's funky. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm still thinking about the song before. So if that tells you anything about this opening for me. All right, cool. Yeah, you know, out of the 4 we've done so far, it's cool, but you know, I don't, you know, that's probably not on my list of like, oh my god, it was mind blowing. You know, it was cool, but yeah, we're gonna keep going. Next up is opening 5, Gamushara. I know I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. Okay, opening 5. Let's hit this and see. Well, we know everything so far has been all different, so I'm very curious to see where we go now. Man, so we're back to really cool bass players again. Very like almost like a Polyphia sounding like kind of intro there. Let's go back 10 seconds to grab that as we go on here. I wasn't expecting the drums to come in that style, but there we are. It's kind of cool. So remember we talked about busy work? Like if you, I'm going to go back 10 seconds. Just listen to the lyrics. Sorry, not the lyrics. Listen to the tone of the voice and the rhythm of the voice. And then that's the top layer, right? And listen to how much stuff is happening below. The bass has a cool rhythm. The drums doing a cool rhythm. The guitar player is doing a cool rhythm. And we're also going to hear the vocalist. There's just so much going on. Like it's hard to split up all between that. So I would not have thought that would have been the rhythm section's choice to play. I mean, it's cool. Like I still love it. Like it's awesome because it's complicated, but it's very interesting. Here we go. The 10 seconds before. Okay, this one's growing on me. This is pretty cool because we just suddenly hit this like totally the slow feel, like the half notes were like the focus of what's going on, and then we change. So let's go back 5 seconds and grab this transition. Did you hear the guitar chords like how they're ascending? Grab that again. Oh, cool. Really great chord progressions going on here. Nice bass playing. It's hard to listen to because the bass player plays do da 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 do da 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 da, but the guitar player plays a similar lick, but they just wait a little bit. Hold on, go back like 10. You could probably have to rewind on your own to really dissect that because we're not going to like count it out and subdivide what's happening, but just know it's like an extension off each other, but it's a lot to listen to just on those two voices. Those are just guitar and bass. That's not even considering the drum part. It is cool though. Yeah, baby. So now the drummer is playing this cool hi-hat groove. The stick is flipped over, playing the butt of the stick. It's real light, and the bass player almost like a walking bass line, but like walking like jazz bass line, but like in a very, very different style of music. So back 5, keep it going. That was cool. Da da dee da 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 one and you get to play this for if you change that, it can be a cool metric modulation, but you're getting that the 4 and that. That's pretty fun. It's so good. That's chord progression. Oh. There's some variety there. All right, woo, we went that next one quick. Okay, that one was super cool. I would say that was probably one of the most complicated ones so far, and the guitar player is outstanding. There's some seriously great guitar work in there. I know I kept talking about the bassist because it's just like, it's so in your face, and just also really nice to hear like bass players getting to haul ass and play some cool stuff. But that was great. What was the name of that one again? That was number 5, Gamushara. All right, now we're to number 6, Rakugaki Page. I know I'm saying it wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong. All right, back 5 seconds here. And we will... Whoops. Here we go. It felt like there was some mixed meter stuff there. I'm not totally sure. For the sake of time, I'm not going to rewind back for every little thing and look at it, but really, really cool intro rhythmically. Here we go. All right, once again, we are in the land of all the bass players are getting to do good stuff. So what's the deal, man? Why does this anime have such a different feel? Because I know there's so many different bands, and I've been reading the comments, y'all explaining to me what goes on with like, trying to book all these different people and how everything. I mean, there's like, different versions when you hear the full version and stuff, but man, this one just feels so much busier in the rhythm section and like especially the bass end than some of the other stuff we listen to. So I don't know what this anime is about at all, but it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, man, this is so good. I was just about to make a comment about how cool, like the split vocals going on, the call and response stuff that was happening, and the layering, and we're having all these builds. At this point, y'all's vocabulary should be getting pretty good about like identifying, between like rhythm guitar, lead guitar, bass, and like how we create emotion to push forward and have like drops when the climactic points hit. But then we get this cool like, little slap bass solo coming in. This is really good stuff. was fun. Drummer getting some right there. Do I just need to put a bass guitar in the thumbnail for this musical analysis of Black Clover openings? This is hold on, I'll go back 10 seconds to grab that again. I feel bad because there's all this cool like vocal stuff happening there, but it's just the bass player is taking all the fame right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. We came out of that. We do that again, and then this triplet thing. Come on, man. This is good stuff. This is good writing. Let's go, man. All right, great piece of music. I think that's my second favorite. The transitions and the little cool like intricacies we talked about earlier, they're there. It wasn't as much as the other one, but it's not a competition. It doesn't matter. I don't need to pick favorites here. I'm just letting you know, like, that was a really good one, though. I did really enjoy that. Okay, I gotta get in my notepad here. Now we are at. Why is that capitalized and not lowercase? JUSTadICE? I don't know. Sorry, I'm screwing it all up. But anyway, it is opening 7. You can make fun of me in the comments you want. Okay, I won't get mad. Well, I did not hear enough of this intro. Here we go. What an intro. Anytime you feel like bump, 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 1, 2, 3, like that's just so cool. Like you have a motif right away, you establish it, you get your listeners in, and then we drop it, and then we start kicking ass. Here we go. 5 seconds back. Let's go. All right, got an obligatory mention to that chord progression was really nice. If you just look, a lot of these are kind of like not camped out, not really, but this one just, I feel like this one's just moving a little bit more. So I'm really, I'm liking that. Hold on. I keep switching between volume and then the timeline here because I'm trying not to blow ears out. Very good. A lot just happened there rhythmically with the chord structure of what's going on. That's pretty good. It's all really tight. Like it's super well rehearsed and just like obviously the production level is nice. But man, now we've talked a lot about the bass player and the guitarist and the drummer and stuff. But I'm sorry, we talked about the drummer and the bassist a lot. But the guitarist though, there's so much happening. Generally, when you just like you have like a responsibility like in a song like this where you need to like you are playing chordal outlines, which is basically an arpeggio. This is just super, super involved and it's a little bit distorted. So there's a lot of like noise. Remember earlier I was talking about like colors and shapes. For me, when I hear like semi-distorted kind of fuzzy like arpeggios and guitar that's going really fast, it's just like white noise, but you can still identify what's going on harmonically. So it's a really good guitar player digging what's happening here. Whoa. Bum, bum, bum. The voice just goes right there. Cool tone. That's drum fill into that. Great bass line. We didn't get that before. That was a nice little variation on the transition. Okay. Okay, this is a huge transition here. We've come out very, very like kind of like poppy rock with some cool transitions, and now this happens. Super fuzzy bass into like almost like psychedelic sounding vocals. We're going back 10 seconds to grab this here. That was a lot. There was quite a bit there. Pa, pa, ka, 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 ka. That was pretty fun. Is that the first shreddy guitar solo we've had in all of these? I can't quite remember. I feel like that's the heaviest one though. That was pretty cool. Whoa, that's a fast, okay, wow, fast transitions. Okay, so that was pretty cool. That was number 7. So we're over the halfway point, and so far, we have some theme and variations, but primarily theme. I'd say all these are pretty fast. It's all kind of in a rock pop fashion, but the majority of them are like sprinkled with amazing transitions and really, really cool little like charismatic musicianship that is like fun, but it's still heavy and good, but also like quirky in a good way. So I don't know if that matches the theme of the show, because once again, obviously I've not seen any of this, but I feel like there's some like overlying constructive guide on so far the openings are similar in that fashion. Even though musically there's some differences, those are the main similarities to me so far. So we are now on to 8, Sky and Blue. And I'd be curious to see if the back half matches the first half now. So if you're a fan, obviously you already know the answer, but my curiosity is piqued here. Okay, we're at 2350. Let's just go back to 2344 because it was such a fast transition here. We're gonna catch the very end of the last one. All right, so huge difference in sound. I'm going to turn it down a tiny bit just because I don't want to blow your ears out here. But cool, cleaner guitar sound and then much happier sounding vocals. What is it called again? Yeah, Sky and Blue. Yeah, it sounds kind of, Sky and Blue so far. Nice harmonies. Okay, this one, okay, so it's funny that I just gave that little speech about, will it be different? Yeah, it's way different so far. Number 7 feels like almost like it has like that like sitcom vibe to it, just with how less aggressive it is. It's still a great piece of music so far. It's just, my ears have just been basically assaulted for the first 6 openings. And now, I don't mean in a bad way, I just mean like volume and intensity. And we have a very, very, very different vibe. And nothing was kind of more apparent with that was we had basically like a clapping sound on our 2 and 4 for the first like 35 seconds of this piece of music, where previously on the other ones we had drums just like just thrashing. So quite the variety here. That was a cool part. All right, so another main difference, I would say, the construction of like how the tune is laid out, layers with our harmonic functions. Before we had so much stuff happening rhythmically and volume wise. This one does not have that, so I can actually hear the vocal line and how it moves over what the guitar is like laying out as far as our chords are going. And the bass player is moving more with the rest of the band versus being so like doo 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 doo, like so many notes happening. So this is a pretty cool trend or variation, I guess. Totally a sitcom. That was a fun little chord. I want to grab that again. That chordal turnaround there was nice. So that's a great example right there. The whole band is hitting that phrase together and those hits together where it's easy to grab on because everyone has the same rhythm. Everyone has the same harmonic functioning. We're pushing that direction. It's just a little easier to digest. So whatever is being sung about here, obviously I don't know, but it's a lot more easy to pull in versus the previous where it's just like in your face, go, 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 go. So this is a nice, I've said that before, it's a nice break, but not a break, just a nice variation. Oh yeah. Okay, that was a beautiful use of how to make this some variety there, because anytime you take something that's already happened musically and you can add some things that spice it up and just, you know, like dress it up a little bit and just make it feel different, even though it's very, very similar, that's great writing, great musicianship. So that was outstanding. Ooh, nice transition and key change. All right, that was an awesome one. That was really good. I love the variety in that one. Was that Sky and Blue? Was it? Yeah, Sky and Blue. Okay. We're now going to opening 9, and it's called Right Now. Here we go. I don't know if you can hear it. I mean, if you're not listening to headphones, the bass is going. That's very cool. And we got this cool, like, little, I don't know what kind of drum beat you want to call that on top of that, but that's definitely fun. Okay, yeah, so the back half, way different, man. Those first 6 were so similar, and now we've got like the Mortal Kombat thing. Okay, no offense, I'm just sorry. That's not what it is. Obviously, this is, you know, opening number 8. Or wait, what opening are we on? We are, yeah, opening number 9. Sorry, we're at opening number 9 of Black Clover. It's not Mortal Kombat, but you know what I mean, though. It's got like that industrial, like, kind of keyboard techno-y vibe going on with just forward, motion, but in a not rock way. Cool. I'm totally just really stuck and drawn listening to the way the keyboard sounds going with the vocal stuff and how the harmonies are working together. And whether or not the drum part has a live player too, but, you know, obviously it sounds more like, you know, a beat that's been made digitally, but it's cool because it just sounds so different. so you can hear the whole thing fits that descending leg. It's all that's very cool. That's catchy. Nice vocals. That's cool. What is happening? Okay, that was sick. That was there was like some dissonant stuff happening rhythmically. I thought we were jumping. I thought it was like another tune. I didn't know if that was the end. Another tune was layered on top. But that was probably one of the coolest parts I've heard the whole time. We'll go back 15 seconds and grab that. That's not far enough. That was something else. And almost, I thought I heard like a glockenspiel there for a second. That high pitched, like the real like metallic metal sound. I don't know what's happening in this when you're this far into the show. But does that symbolize anything, or maybe not? Maybe it's just part of the song. But either way, it doesn't matter. I like it. Okay, that was that one was wild, man. That was by far the most out there compared to everything that we've had so far. So I like that one. For the most part, it was mainly that crazy thing at the end that we talked about that really kind of got me going there. So that was very fun. Okay, that was right now. Now we are on opening 10 Black Catcher. I'm gonna put my X here so we have this 3119. We're gonna go back just a tiny bit. We'll go back to 3112 just to get into this because that changes real fast. I was just about to be like, oh, cool. We have this like nice ballad thing that's going on. A nice piano introduction here. And then boom, we instantly changed. Let's see. I just want to grab that again. All right, so a very, very different vibe and feel here. We discussed earlier at length actually about like layers and rhythmic responsibilities and busy work. This is a great example of when like the piano player and the bass player lock in together and really are outlining things in a very like rudimentary fashion. And you can hear our drummer is playing our money beats is doing got go got do got go got. So you basically have one side piano and bass lining up in their groove, drums being our metronome, and then we have our vocal part. And I'm sure we'll get some syncopation and some other cool things too, but this is a great example of how to really lock in And it almost has that like piano bar open mic kind of thing where the house band is like just super super in tune with each other. All right, so that's just a great feel change. Like an instant, we have this ascending groove thing, this ascending sequence, and then suddenly the tempo just pulls way back. We get back 10 seconds of getting to this. I really enjoyed that. That was a nice transition. That was cool. All right. So when I said tempo change, what I really meant was it's just more of a modulation thing because this is tempo here. There's our quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we had this hit. So basically the half note became the quarter note for a little bit because we're thinking 1, 3, 1, 3, then back to 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's all the same. It's all divisible by 1, 2, or 4, and you can feel how that goes. It's when modulations go somewhere else that's a little metric and more complicated that it's like, whoa, what just happened? But that was cool though. It was a nice. The field change was effective in tossing it up to be like, hey, get your attention again. Nice bass line. Bass player. I wonder, I said it. I said, I wonder if it's going to go somewhere else and introduce like some syncopation. It sure did. The guitar solo was cool. I could have used the mix to be a little bit louder, but then we had that cool piano thing happening. And there's like weird sound effects now that are coming in. So the song for sure is kind of like migrating from what it was doing in the beginning to where we're at now because there's a lot of variation here. Back 5 seconds. Great bass line too. So I will say, when we talked about the beginning of this piece, the song, how it was like, hey, here's the roles and responsibilities, they're super locked in. The piano has basically kind of stayed the same. The bass line has completely evolved, way more busy, and the drummer is playing a lot more notes now. But also, the vocalist is kind of selling out. So there needs to be some kind of like, foundation underneath that's going to support that because you can't have one element go and the other elements of the musicians not go. That doesn't work. You get in trouble when you do that, actually. You get called out. If someone's selling out and you don't go with them, that's going to be a problem. All right, let's keep going. Man, these transitions are so fast. Okay, so that was a really good one. That was opening 10. That was Black Catcher. I love that one. That was awesome. And that one did fit into our bass players of the evening. Even though the first like 6 had crazy bass lines, that one still got really good in the end. Okay, this is 11 called Stories. We're at 34, 31. We're just going to rewind to 34, 27. 6. We can catch this transition. Very cool. Okay, so how are you doing on your if you're not someone that previously paid attention to like layer identification, how are those going for you? Can you hear the guitar part in your, if you were the headphone on, can you hear it in your left ear, and then the cool ride cymbal stuff happening in the right ear? And just the way we had kind of like a lot of sounds in the beginning, now we're pulling back. Are you able to identify those layers as they happen and maybe like why it's happening? Hopefully that's the whole goal here. Like ideally people that like just kind of experienced the music before you come, we're just talking real basic stuff here. We're not like diving in deep, but just little basic identifications, I think make a listening experience for anybody a lot more fun. So anyway, with that being said, let's keep going. That was like a full-on house, like I felt like I was in Vegas for a second, like at Club Omnia, and the ceiling's coming down and all the all the stuff's going on. But and then we get right back into the drum kit feel again. So there's a lot of variation already. Interesting little rhythmic phrase there. Yeah, this one got pretty busy too, because suddenly the arpeggios that are happening in the left ear are getting kind of congested, and the bass player is right in there too. So definitely a lot going on. That halftime groove is real nice. Now, sorry, I should probably mention this. If you don't know what halftime groove means, so our tempo right here is moving, right? It's fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. We go to the halftime groove, it's like, even though the tempo is still right here, our focus is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, like it's in your face. So hopefully that makes sense. And they all halftime grooves, when someone like talks about that concept is pretty similar anytime that is brought up. So hopefully that was a learning moment that you can just retain. Did you hear that little percussion? Listen to that little drum thing that happens right there. That was cool. Of course, good for chord progression. Okay, there we go. All right, so that was pretty cool. Similar, even though we have like, when I was making the joke about the club thing with that like bass, even though that was present in the song, it is still similar to the other ones and very fast, in your face, pop rock with cool choruses and cool bridges with elements of these like little fun transitions. There's still, I don't remember which one it is, but whatever one that was in the first half where I like freaked out about all those transitions and like the little clever little variables, that still is like sticking with me. Okay, that was 11. That was stories. We are now on 12. I'm going to say this wrong. Aini Hikare. That's close as I'm going to get. All right, we're at 37.25. We're going back to 37.18 here and get this transition because they're so fast. So right away, is this the first one with acoustic guitar? I can't, I mean, we're like in an hour and 15 here. I feel like it is. I might be wrong, but immediately different feels. Strummy, strummy, strummy. All right, this one is by far the most different than any of them, just with the feel, the guitar intro, and then the obligatory, but like in that like electronic style. It's cool. It's different. It's just, it's completely, I wonder what happened in this season that the opening is now this in comparison to the previous stuff. Once again, what is it called? You're right, a halftime groove. There it is. So it's important to also realize when that happens and we change that groove feel, you could hear the guitar player was still playing the exact same line. So the harmonic function of what was going on did not alter whatsoever. This one feels so different. I feel like this is like a feel. Maybe things are wrapping up in the because we're at the end of the seasons here. I don't know. I don't know anything. But are things happy now? Like everyone's like, yeah, we did it. Like it's like it feels like a feel good song. Which I've said that before and these kind of things. People are like, bro, what you said is completely opposite of what's happening. Like, so I don't know. Maybe everyone's died and this is this is like what's happening in the music. I have no clue. I don't know if the distorted electric guitar has been present the whole time, but when we pull the acoustic back, you could finally hear that little intricacy there. But interesting though, that was cool.
Shine like a diamond.
Jesus, the volume. I'm so sorry. My God. Okay. Yeah, that one was interesting. That which number was that? That was number 12. Out of all these, that's the only one I've kind of just not really been into so far, because it felt like it was like, I don't know, like the song at the Olympics where it's like, your competitors have had a great week and in third place, winning, you know, whatever medal is blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. It's cool. Like, again, I don't know what's going on programmatically in the show. Maybe it completely matches it, but that the vocals were a little bit too, not auto-tuning, but like just too much post-production stuff on it for me. It doesn't matter. Remember, I don't matter. I'm just talking about it, but I'm just sharing a tiny bit. Okay, opening 13, Grandeur, the end here. I apologize if the vocal level is just ridiculous. Let's just go back. That's 433. We're gonna go back to 426 and let it go here.
It's gonna waken up for the brand new world. Yeah. We gotta take you to the brand new world. To the brand new world. We gotta waken up for the brand new world.
I'm sorry, what? This is so this is so different. This is the ending? Okay, let's go.
Your hands up, baby. We gotta take you to the brand new world. Get it on, ready, on free. Through this immovable reality. No hesitating, time to get going. Hold on, hold on. It's the time to fight for liberty. Prevent the swallowing of honesty and the truth. The answer that we seek is in that conflict. Oh yeah, the smallest dream is buried.
All right, man, this is pretty funky. That keyboard part is jamming. Like, I was like, wait, is this in English? What's happening? Like, yeah, just so much different here. Where we're 4103. Let's just hold on, just go back a little bit here.
Honesty and the truth. The answer that we seek is in that conflict. Oh yeah, the smallest dream is buried deep in the kiss. Hands up, shout it louder. Let's do it, start it. Never give up, missing the limitations with this fear spirit. Wake up, let's go. Believe in myself, just give in to your desires. Pushing forward to light. Spread your wings and fly higher. Let them take you to the sky. Just in this hand is the world so beyond all our dreams and holograms. You got to build a passage true to the life that you know. Yes, it's a grandeur.
Okay, that keyboard line is cool. That's pretty sick. Dude, we are so different than where we were with the thrashy, in-your-face rock stuff. Wow, now we got like the house bass. It's slower than the other one. This is, okay, we are there.
Yeah, listen. Bang, 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 come on, let me hear it. Firing up like a boiler heater. No need to rise, just open your eyes. So break down, boy. Sex on the target, only one shot, two down. Gripping on the title till the truth will come and hold on. Making now, right now. So wake up, new world. Lock onto the dream you had that was swallowed up in the hard times. Find it, soldier. Let's do it, start it.
Let's go. Yeah, man, this is okay. So we got like this is like the boy band pop drop kind of thing going on. I'm digging these keyboard part, the keyboard part that's going, but man, so much for me understanding how anime works as far as the thematic, well, lack of thematic unison versus the length of the show. Not that it needs to be. It's just, it's fascinating. I'm not bagging this in any way. I'm just observing, going, wow, this is pretty interesting how this works.
And see the light of our home.
That's piano playing.
Time to depart on a journey that never ends.
So We get this like reggaeton soca out of nowhere. We get this little taste for like 4 bars, maybe not even that long, and then we go. This cool vocal thing happens.
Gotta survive, I wanna catch my dream. So let's get started with you. We can fly unbreakable. I can show you my brightness. Brighter than anybody. Like the fire inside you while you keep your head up. We will travel the skies you as you dive into the sky. Just makes the shiver future lives in my heart. The grandeur. Rise to the challenge of pain and search for the dream beyond. Yes, it's a grandeur. Hey there. Believe in yourself. Hey there.
Piano on that one was cool. Okay, wow. What an adventure from... Okay, that was 1 hour and 25 minutes. If you've been here the whole time, wow, thanks for staying with me. I really did not understand... I did not expect where we started to like just be so different from where we ended. That was pretty cool. So there was just so much. That piece was... It was just different. I wasn't expecting like that, like what I said earlier, like kind of like almost, you know, like electronic boy band-ish / poppy. What a wild ride though. So that was cool. You have to let me know which one you got it in the comments right now. You have to let me know what your favorite one is and what your least favorite is. And also give me some hints. I don't like spoilers. Like, don't give me too much about what the show is about, because I would like to get to these eventually. But like, let me know why there was such a shift, sort of, without telling me too much, from the beginning to this, because I'm kind of blown away right now. Also, like when you sit down and you listen to that much music in one setting, it's telling. I can still think about that one piece earlier in the beginning 6 that had all those transitions. I can still hear that in my head right now. So that tells you how good that piece was. So anyway, man, that was a long one. Thank you so much for being here. That was a lot of fun though. My name is Drumroll Tony. I'm a streamer on Twitch. Make sure to catch me when I'm live so we can talk about your favorite anime music or video game music or just music in general. Man, this was a long video. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. That was awesome. If you liked it, click the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next one. You can find the link to my Twitch channel in the video description below, as well as the Discord. All right. It was awesome. Thank you for being here for this experience. Take it easy. Bye-bye.